I have a relatively critical hyperlocal search market update for real estate agents. My name is Robert Newman. I'm the founder of InboundREM. I'm a real estate inbound marketer and an SEO expert. I've been doing it for 16 years, and as far as I know, I'm probably one of the better people practicing in this particular vertical, the residential real estate vertical. So today I'm going to update all of my followers and audiences on all of my channels with what is going to end up being, for some of you, a very important hyperlocal search update. So if you're not familiar with what hyperlocal search is, it's the search packets that relate to your city and your profession. So for almost all real estate agents, especially those of you that have been investing in your Google My Business profile and getting reviews and doing all this stuff, this affects all of you. And there's a lot of you, whether you realize it or not. If your phone's been ringing and it's been coming in from Google, this is going to impact you. All right? So tune in, and I'm going to tune it up. So guys, you should be able to see my screen, and what you're looking at here is you're looking at me. I've been testing this for the last 2 days. I noticed the change 3 days ago. You'll notice here that these are the sponsored results, which are a new advertising packet that was launched by Google in February. Many of you are already in yours or understand what it is or have been told what it is. Here's what you may not know. When you did a search previous to 3 days ago, if you put your city name in and a realtor, what you'd get down here in your hyperlocal search packs is you get individuals. Okay, individual agents. All right. And now what you're getting is agencies. All right. So that is interesting. Okay. Because what this is doing is pushing individual agents to buy these sponsored ads. Google is not always a good actor. Okay. They have occasionally been egregious. This is one of those times. They're pressing all normal agents. So it should be that when you do a search for a realtor, you do not get real estate agencies. You get a realtor. It's not the case anymore. And I'm going to give you a couple more examples because I have tested this in many different markets. I'm going to go to Texas, where I have another client. In some markets, put the name in. So let's do Sugarland, Texas Realtor, another hyperlocal search. And once again, in this particular market, 3 days ago, there was a hyperlocal search packet. That's the second possible change that's rolling out and hitting all of you. There used to be an organic search result here. So when you searched for an individual realtor in an individual city, you'd get those organic search results. They removed them. This is not good for real estate agents, because if you can see here, all of the searches have been replaced by all the companies that you're used to at the top of the search engines. Trulia, Zillow, Har, Redfin. These are all really big companies that traditionally are hard to compete with. These hyperlocal search packets that were above all these big companies was giving realtors a really big leg up, a direction, a path into traffic. Now, Google left that path open one way in certain markets. You have to buy into these sponsored ads, which of course now hundreds of professionals are part of, and it's a little tougher to get into. Here's one other thing that I noticed, though, that may or may not roll out and impact real estate agents. I do believe that Google might have changed its algorithm to include some organic search signals into the way that they are ranking these sponsored results. I noticed that before I noticed anything else, because my client moved straight back up into the top of the sponsored search results, and we've done a lot to send organic signals to say that he is a more relevant, connected, responsible, hyperlocal professional than his competitors. So and it's been working for us very, very well for a very long period of time. Now, there's other things that I've noticed with the changes as well. Google is starting to separate out very clearly these local search packets between agencies and realtors. And the person who's getting boned, from what I can see in all of this, is the real estate agent. I am no longer able to easily find a category of search where agents themselves, even though we are obviously looking for one when we're doing a search like Los Angeles Realtor, and once again, note, we are dropped out of the hyperlocal search packets. So the only way now for the local real estate agent to get into the search packets is to pay Google for these sponsored ads, and that wasn't the case. So Google is doing, and I'll let you all know where my thoughts are at as a guy who does this professionally, been tracking Google for 16 years. Most of the time they're a good actor. They're better than most, is the way I look at them. They're not the best. They occasionally do stuff like this, which is not cool. For all those real estate agents watching, this isn't cool. So hold on. Sorry, I had a cat emergency. So what makes this exceptionally egregious for real estate agents is that Google's been doing a big push into Google My Business in general. They've been doing it every vertical. They want everybody using these Google My Business. They canceled out their social service, Google Plus, and they've been transferring a lot of the cool functionality into Google My Business, integrating it into search results, and encouraging us all to fill out these profiles because they've been giving us more and more search position inside the search engines. For real estate agents, it's especially beautiful because in certain searches, you could beat out Realtor, Trulia, all those guys very easily. It really wasn't that hard to do it, well, if you knew what you're doing. So that was great. But now they seem to be dialing that back. And that's like, so if I do best real estate agent, Los Angeles, like best restaurant, see what they usually do is they give us a whole bunch of local profiles. What I think they might be doing here, yeah, nope, at least I come up on top for real estate agents? That's stupid. It's funny. So at least though there is a real estate agency and another real estate agency, but here's what I've done. I've done lots of these searches, ladies and gentlemen, and so far as yet, most of the time, I'm finding people that basically have broker's licenses coming up in all of these searches, which is really, like I've been saying, it's not cool. I'm going to push this out to my entire following. Some of you might hate me for it. Some of you might love me for it. But I do feel like it's something that real estate agents should know. Many of you are going to see calls slow down and things like that. My advice right now for the moment is we've got to get deeper into this. Google does have a tendency to test a change and then go back. Test a change and then go back. Most of the time it doesn't affect us in the real estate business specifically. This one is definitely going to affect the real estate business, especially for that small handful of you that have gotten used to being at the top of the search results. And obviously, I experiment with my profile. I'm not a hyperlocal, like my business does not get a lot of good phone calls off my hyperlocal profile. I experiment with it. I play around with it so that I can get ranking and make sure that I understand how to optimize these profiles for the best results inside Google. And needless to say, mine, which is ranking for agents, and I'm not even an agent, and I rank for anything related to marketing in all of Southern California. Like, I've obviously done an okay job at it. So I hope you all found this helpful. Do me a favor, smash the notifications button so when I do emergency search updates like this one, or I do other really time-sensitive material, you get notified. I also would love a thumbs up on the video and a comment if you have one. Bye.